Phoenix is a slow support. PA, yeah, you can participate in fights, and it is Dyrachyo, so perhaps I'm underestimating. I guess I'm looking at that early Dyrachyo rotation through the Twin Gate to open up 33's lane, because Enigma doesn't want to rotate. Morphling's kind of a slow mid. And I feel like
he's probably looking to turn into Abba or maybe Snapfire, but it's not really something crazy, which is why I was saying the panel was saying their damage is low, right? Basically, most of their damage I think is going to be Phoenix in the early game. But it looks like Maureen is kind of...
We're seeing quite a bit of that damage already here. Indeed, the two of them chasing down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the river, Crit, he's going to be the first one to fall. Saxa will find first blood here for Tundra. They'll lose Dyrachyo in return. But Tundra getting the first blood, that's going to be what they care about the most. Yeah, just kind of, yeah, as you said, goes against what you've been used to with the hero for the over 10 years of Dota 2, right? And Dota, we've been watching Morphling's bottom lane. Looking forward here, Skeeter setting up onto Saxa. Should be able to get the kill here, and they will. They'll bring Saxa down. 33 also has to be careful. In fact, snaking there with the snipe. Is able to blast him down as well as Falcons cleaning up both kills on this lane.
And you just tell your other two lanes to do their best, because you can't really expect Tundra to fight Falcons. They don't have the damage, and Falcons' early game is so much stronger. Anytime you just delay the game and it's just 0-0 kills, it's really good for you for the side of Tundra. And so even now, this is...
look at this. There's an easy movement from Maureen, right? He just heads up towards the top lane as Falcons are chasing Tundra down. Whitemon will manage to deny the neutrals. Dyrachyo trying to desperately survive underneath the tower. 33 comes in with the black hole. Will manage to hold back both of them. Have they got the damage to bring them down? They do. Maureen to fall. They'll jump over towards Amar. Great rotation there from 33. Had a difficult time in his lane. Turns up top, comes in big with the black hole, and shuts down both of the cores.
But for now, it's kind of a battle between showing up to the fights, because they also can't ignore Falcons completely and do nothing. So they have to keep showing up, but try to limit their losses every time they can.
In that sort of move as well, when you're diving into tier 2 like
you
that
have to show up.
Who on the team's making that call? Is it Amar saying we're going for this, or Maureen saying, hey, I took the time to come up here, I want to get the kills?
It's always the mid laner. You always want to keep going for these fights.
Yeah. Skeeter, bottom. Talking about diving tier 2s. He gets away with it on his own here. Walks in, takes out BZM. Dyrachyo's going to try and punish him. Has the help of Saxa. Boundless strike in.
2 more quills.
The quill sprays are stacking up, so Dyrachyo's got to be careful. Saxa really wants to finish off the job. Dyrachyo, he'll jump forward. It ends up being Saxa getting the last touch. And again, it's another bit of a play around at tier 2 where they're getting punished. Whitemon trying to get through the Twin Gate. Won't manage to make it. Snaking able to shoot him down.
I think he might have clicked it on the way when he was trying to dive. He might have canceled his dive with clicking the gate. That it's still working out for Falcons great. They're up 2k gold, 10 minutes in the game. They've taken out the top tower. Dyrachyo can't even lane. He has to just jungle pretty much mostly. So just really good pressure. Now they're going to take the mid tower probably, and it's just constantly pressuring and going back and forth. And it's just Falcons Dota right now.
We're going to get a lot of focus here around the mid, as Tundra will be showing up for the tier 1 defense. Dyrachyo, of course, also wants to get involved nice and early. I'm going to get set up here on towards Maureen as they jump him in the river. Be able to turn with the Dragon Tail on towards BZM. Crit holds back BZM as well with the stun. The kiss is coming in, but immediately put to a stop there by Saxa. Aggressive waveform forward. BZM wants to continue the chase down. Jump forward from Saxa. He's in on top of Snaking. The shield's there. Won't save him. Snaking goes down. Now Tundra, they can turn towards Crit as well. Get the stun off onto the 3 of them, I believe, but it's not enough to save him as 33 cleans up the double kill. And after what was Falcons' attempt to set up for a push around the tier 1, Tundra, they're able to take the fight, take the defense, and now they're the ones beating back onto Falcons' tier 1 tower.
Really good outnumber. They kind of notice that either Skeeter doesn't have TP or doesn't really want to, and he's just sitting bot, so they end up having a 5v4. I also thought it was really scary because they were doing this before the Phoenix had level 6. He dies. For the rest of Falcons, you're kind of in this limbo of, do I want to keep fighting them? I have my Blink Dagger on Dragonite. We have Snapfire, so it's like, obviously you want to go, but now are they going to have the damage? Because now BZM's kind of had a little space, a little levels, and if you missed 1 more gank, 2 more ganks, now the game's kind of just completely in Tundra's favor.
Absolutely, it's only going to get harder. We'll see top, Maureen, he's able to close the gap. As the cookie follow-ups from Snaking, they'll be able to chain stun Whitemon, take him down. But yeah, just looking at kind of net worth rate, think back to what was going on in that bottom lane. At this point now, out of all the supports, Saxa's Monkey King, he's the most farmed on the game after those first early 3 deaths that he had. So just goes to show how much he's recovered. And the same to be said, obviously for 33, had a slower time in the lane as the Enigma, as you say. Enigma players are used to having in a lot of situations. He's back on level with everybody else. So I think, yeah, considering how the opening went, Tundra, they're going to be feeling pretty good. And Falcons, they've definitely got to get things flowing a bit more smoothly. They're going to try and attempt for 33. They'll get him. See if Dragic can punish this. I mean, with BZM, they certainly can. They're able to get crit. Can they get Skeeter, though? He's still a bit of a tanky one. They've got the Supernova here from the high ground. Boundless Strike comes into play to keep him in range of the Supernova stun. They'll punish Skeeter as well. Marin, he still wants to fight this. He's in with the jump on towards Dratcho, but Dratcho's able to get over towards Whitemon to get out of this. Saxa, he's trying to escape the threat of Amar, and he's able to do so. Keeps out of the way of Amar. He'll get out.
PA pick. It ended up being, and I think, what, 2 heroes were picked into the PA, actually? It wasn't even...
Yeah, the PA was third.
It's pretty early, yeah. So, it's just one of those things you don't really think about. I would say the Shard, you don't think like, oh my god, the PA is going to buy a Shard and she's going to break all of our passes, but it ends up happening. And this game, it might actually be very important for Tundra.
Yeah, they'll be able to get something out of this. They were moving around as the 5 of them there. Falcons, they catch Saxa off guard.
BZM's going in.
Oh, he's going to try and go for some cute solo player against Snaking. Snaking, though, has the snap. Still pretty tanky, but another round of the spells. I mean, BZM.
Another cookie?
He's going to get jumped by Maureen. 33 here from the low ground, ready to help out.
Nice
Same from Whitemon. BZM able to finish off the kill on a Snaking. Again, Maureen and Amar not really able to do much to punish it as Tundra. They're going to walk away. Amar's going to try and chase down 33. The TP backup's coming in. Amar's got to be careful. Black Hole's going to be back up online in 15 seconds. Skeeter will catch Whitemon in the back lines. Do they need to have the full 5 there? If they're going to try and break high ground, they can't afford to sort of have someone crit elsewhere trying to scout out these, BZM trying to get the extra farm before he TP's back. We'll see top. Skeeter.
He's completely
back in the mid.
As the Bloodstone, Whitemon.
That's a lot of heals. The BZM's got to be careful himself. Dratcho's ready to jump over there with the damage, and Skeeter will go down the once. Backup's on its way from Falcons.
Still has a BKB.
See if they can help him out. Skeeter.
Black Hole as well.
Running a step away. They use the Supernova.
Dratcho's so low.
One of them. They've got the Boundless in. Dratcho's trying to stand his ground and continue to do the damage. They've got the Black Hole to pull in Skeeter on the Bristol. They'll kill him off. Skeeter to fall. The Falcons, they're looking to fight back strong as they take out both 33 and Saxa.
Maureen has a blink in 1.
Just want to go into the base. That might be a little too far. So, not a bad fight back there from Falcons. They lose their carry, but they are able to take down 2 in return. So, still holding on to that little bit of a grip that they do have in this game. I can see a quick smoke coming out from Tundra, though. I mean, they don't have the ultimates, but can they try and go for some sort of surprise play?
They can do some bursts. The Dratcho doesn't have a BKB, so he can get kind of chain stun here, but I think BZM feels really strong.
He wants to go in.
Marine Core, so maybe he turns into Nyx, gets a bunch of stuns out.
I mean, there's the crit as they chase down Snaking immediately. At the same time, though, Whitemon does get jumped by Crit and Maureen. Amar's here ready to turn and help out. Dratcho not quite able to finish off Crit. Crit again escapes with the Vendetta. They'll turn to Amar. The Crit comes in there as they'll take him out, and now they can turn towards Maureen. Buyback comes in from Snaking, wants to be able to head over and try and help out Maureen. There's the jump again. The cleave coming in for Dratcho is enough to triple kill as he takes down Crit. Maureen with the BKB, but he's so low. Dratcho, he's ready to clean up more potentially. Momentarily gets helped out by the stun, but he's got his eyes on Snaking, jumps in, ultra kill for Dratcho, and you know he's not done yet. He's looking over towards Skeeter as BZM toys around with the Bristol back. There's the break, there's the rampage. Dratcho on the PA. At this point, it feels like that in just a moment like that, the game is taken over completely by this PA, right? Dratcho is perfectly behind.
They didn't make any sacrifices. Almost every single fight was, you kill one of us, we kill one of you.
Crit. He's going to be able to fight Saxa here. That's the rest of them turning up. Dratcho, though, he's looking for blood.
He's so strong.
He's ready to get more. Jumps into the 4 of them to be able to just take Snaking down on his own. And they can't do anything about him. This PA's a problem. They're trying to hold him back, but there's just no stopping him. He turns towards Skeeter, walks in front of him. Maybe? He's trying to heal up with the Bloodstone. It doesn't even matter. Dratcho's just killing them all. You can't stop this PA now, Gunnar. They had their chances early on. There were a few mess-ups from Falcons. Not able to use that early lead that they had perfectly. Tundra responding brilliantly in that early to mid-game allocation. Is it now better to have more invis on the team? Because then the enemy's got to be more decisive about who they actually want to kind of focus on trying to use the detection for.
Yeah, to some extent, honestly, it used to be bad because the map was smaller. You place a sentry, it was just 10% of the map. It's just gone for invis. And also, honestly, the big thing is, a while ago,
when they were asked about the Glimmer Cape, they referenced him. Yeah.
His whole meme was, you have to buy Linken's Glimmer Cape on Bristle every game. And so, honestly, maybe he wasn't wrong with the Glimmer. Maybe the Linken's a little much, but the Glimmer Cape has looked really good. So
here we go. Dratcho in with the BKB. They're ready to clean up a fight once more at Tundra's. They're just going to be able to slowly run down Falcons. Both supports are gone. Snaking and Crit dead. See what they go for next as Saxter sets from the side with the Wukong's command. They've got the Dragon Tail here as BZM turns into Dragon to hold back Skeeter. Dyrachyo, he continues to chase down Amar. Amar's dead. It's a triple kill. I mean, you know it. He's looking for another one of those old rampages. We'll see if he gets the chance here. BZM's controlling Skeeter. There's the ultra kill. Look for the Bristol. Can he do it? Yes, he can. The second rampage this game for Mr. Dyrachyo.
Unless you're prepared to keep your end of
At this point, Skeeter's not doing enough. He kind of runs in, he presses all his buttons, they completely ignore him. He walks out of the fight for, I think he's fine.
BZM should be able to get out right with the waveform. Yeah, he's away. Yeah, he's thinking about going back in BZM. He's like, well, you know what? We could go for another round if you want.
And at least force out the ult.
Yep.
Snaking's getting a little too up. He wants to help Black Hole.
Black Hole's up. 33's tempted. There it is. Walks up, grabs the two of them with the Black Hole. That's Snaking gone. Amar, he's getting further back up. Can they finish him off? They can. Amar's gone. Skeeter should be able to punish 33, but he can't do anything about BZM.
Where's Dyrachyo?
Oh, he's going to try for a TP out in front of all of them, and you know what? He's going to get away. They don't have anything to stop it. Saxter gets out.
Just walk casually through the base.
And Dyrachyo, I mean, he's untouchable. He's got the Satanic finish now until the SMY BKB. I mean, why are they even trying to kill this PA? It's just not going to happen. You can't kill him.
Look at that. He's a bit scared now. He actually has no BKB. If they get him once, they might be able to take him out a second time, but that's such a big ask. He turns around, one Satanic, one crit, full HP.
He can heal back up. They've got the Supernova as well here, keeping him protected, ready to do the damage around him. It's Falcons once again. They're just having to run away from this PA. Skeeter's dead.
The Aegis.
Crit, he's going to die as well. I mean, at some point, they're just going to want to have the pain and suffering come to an end here. This PA is bullying them. They cannot do anything about him. I think you might want to go to game 2 soon, Gunnar.
Yeah, I think Dyrachyo, Phantom Assassin, I feel like it's a hero that fits him so well. I would say he's always a player that's been really aggressive, and I think Phantom Assassin really excels in these games. Whether it was a deliberate choice to not bring 5, or it's just Tundra making really good rotations, it just worked out really well for them in the early game. They just delay it, and now 21,000 gold lead for Tundra, 35 minutes. They still have the Aegis for, I think, like 2.5 minutes, and there's just not really a big choice for Tundra.
See how much they can play around with him. Saxter jumping in. He's got Snaking and Marin and Crit by his side, Amar. Still very tough. I mean, here comes Dyrachyo. It's terrifying for Falcon. Snaking's gone. Dyrachyo's ready to look for his next target. He's already had 2 rampages this game. You know what? He's like, you know what? I could try and go for another one. They do have the stuns upon him.
Still Satanic and BKB.
He's ready to heal up. He's going to be able to find the double kill. He's dreaming of that 3rd rampage. Can he do it? He's looking for Skeeter, but Skeeter's healing up with the Bloodstone. And Dyrachyo's a little bit low on the mana. He's still got that Aegis for a minute and a half, and it's over. They just caught it. They didn't want to see him get a 3rd rampage, so they'll tap out of this one. But there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Tundra, with this game 1, quite the victory. Double rampage for Dyrachyo. You don't get to see that every day.
Not that often, no.
2 rampages.
That was very impressive performance. I really liked it.
It's kind of nice to see Falcons feel like they're limited in the draft, because I feel like every tournament I've worked with them. Oh, Troll, that's a good pick.
All right.
I wanted a hero that's like, I'm really good against physical right clicks. That's why I was thinking these high armor heroes, but Troll Warlord with the axes.
He's good.
And separate situations there in that game 1. The question is he going to be able to find another rampage this game? Or do you think Falcons are going to shut him down a little harder?
Maybe an ultra kill.
Maybe an ultra.
Yeah.
You see it, yeah?
Rampages might be a little too much.
Yeah, maybe a First Blood.
First blood.
Here we go
Very
under the
doable.
tower. Who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it a 33. Gets the last touch on that one. So First Blood for Tundra to start this one off.
It's just really annoying, I would say, because it does so much damage that you have to pick such specific heroes to kind of counter it. I think in the past, Troll was good, but it also matters power level of hero, right? Phantom Assassin as a power level is just pretty solid hero. You just pick it no matter what. They're first phasing it. But Troll, you have to last pick it and hope it works out. Maybe if there's a snowball on his ult and he literally can't hit anything, he just starts hitting creeps, then what? There's a lot of question marks with this hero that makes it a bit scary, but...
Because at the moment, we'll see top. Maybe Skeeter can find a kill out of this, but indeed the Aphotic Shield out as well. They could just turn towards Skeeter, and Skeeter's dead. Shots are out. They're going to be able to try and succeed at taking down Snake King as well. So these two up here, you mentioned the good start they had with those early kills before the creeps met, and now in the lane, getting kills as well here, Gunnar.
Yeah, I would say the simplest way to look at the Troll pick was, it's similar to the Bristleback. That they try to pick Skeeter's hero to completely destroy the safe lane and, like, you know, outlane 33 effectively. And last game they did it with the Bristleback.
TP coming in as well. Skeeter and Snake King have got to be a bit careful because BZM's
here.
He's turned up with the rotation. Look to chase down Skeeter. Boundless strike in. Should be able to jump forward. Skeeter trying to juke. And but another jumps there. Skeeter's dodging it.
This is
He's
good.
going back and forth. BZM, he's still going to find him though. You can't run from this Monkey King.
Really good news is that Snake King did end up losing his Enchantress win streak.
He did.
So
he did. He had a crazy one. What did he get up to? About what, 24?
Like 20,
it was in the 20s.
It was in the 20s,
Low
yeah.
20s,
so
yeah.
at least this one, if it goes the way it's looking, it won't be that big of a heartbreak. But yeah, it's looking rough for Falcons right now. Which is complete opposite of the last game. Which is also, like you were saying, it's the scary thing. In the last game, it was like Falcons has the early game lead, they're up in gold, they're constantly diving the enemy. Now it's just the opposite. And when you lose those games, you always feel like, we were ahead, now we're losing. Maybe they're like kind of outplaying us on the macro scale, or they're doing something better than us. Because when you're ahead, you should be winning the games. You should be in a good advantage. But now when you're behind versus those teams that are kind of outplaying, they missed everything.
They missed everything.
So he's gonna ult.
Saxon was just walking back and forth.
Snowball.
He's gonna be able to dodge the Rolling Thunder. And we'll see if Marion can still find something with this Rolling Thunder. Now easy jukes again from Saxa. They're just missing everything. I think Falcons, maybe they skipped their breakfast this morning or something.
They're going to keep trying to fight. They do get wiped.
But Marion jumped back in to get that kill. He's going to die for it. He went back in to kill off a support, and it cost him his life. Some early game blunders again here from Falcons, as we were seeing in game one. Gunnar.
Yeah, I think they're just for the momentum of the game. You're forcing your whole team to help you. They bring 3 heroes just to contest this one power room, but you actually get the enemy mid laner for it, right? They actually get this good trade. Maybe now there's a world. I don't think they'll actually get him, but if they actually end up getting 33, this is really big for them too. He has ult. So, you should just walk away casually.
We don't have a slow, but shield is there in 1 second.
He's fine.
Yeah, and 33 knows it as well, even standing in position there. He's like, you want to dive me? Well, you can do it. You saw how I ended up going for your last game. And, BZM, he's here. 33 has to be careful. He's very, very low. I mean, shield onto BZM. BZM chasing down Skeeter a bit. He just got the ult up in 5 seconds, so this time it's BZM that has to be kind of careful about how much he's diving. Skeeter.
White man with the goal.
Oh, and he died just as the ult was about to come up. Skeeter taken out. Moments, a millisecond before he would have had the ultimate ready to pop, and now it's just falling apart for Falcons. They lost Snake King. There's a double kill for Dyrachyo. And this is the thing, Dyrachyo's turning up to the fights, as he did in game 1. Here in game... Just lose their Tusk.
Still 1 for 1. They did get crit at the start. I think they also stole the stack on the side of Tundra, so all in all, honestly, not bad for Tundra. Like, you lose the Tusk, you kind of feel a bit bad, but anytime that you make an aggressive play, you force TPs out, you force rotations, an even trade is fine. Because the amount of gold that they lose from going to their side of the map is really small.
They really want to fight this Falcons.
Oh, he has the shield.
Indeed, he's able to jump up the trees, but Amar's able to cut it. Amar fantastically hitting the angle perfectly to cut down the tree,
really
take out BZM. Those are the sort of plays that we need to see Amar coming out with here to try and get this game back under Falcons' control. Now they'll chase forward for 33. Amar closes in with the Timber Chain.
He's a slow.
The root from Skeeter still has Saxa by his side, 33, but Falcons, surely with the numbers, they can do something about this. The borrowed time's there for 33. Saxa's got the snowball. He's considering if he can turn up and help out. They might just have to leave Saxa
the creep's body blocking Skeeter. The creep's body blocking him.
Oh, he's kind of griefing him. He's able to phase through it finally. But definitely bumped him back a few times, stopped him from being able to get in on top of 33. So Saxa will die, but does mean that 33 gets the space to leave. Dyrachyo, he's thinking about going back in towards Maureen. Maureen, be able to slow him with the defusal. Another dagger forward, Crypt watching from the high ground, ready to offer up a stun hold, and Baptism easily removed by the Aphotic Shield. Maureen jumps down to the side, but he's kind of caught between a tree. Maureen's just stuck. He just gets right-clicked down by Whitemon. Well, that's gonna hurt. Just standing there in the corner as this Warlock just slaps you to death. But a lot of pressure on Amar. He's got to carry pretty hard this game, Gunnar.
Yeah, I think a lot of the gold lead, if you see, it's pretty funny, is that actually I think it's a support net worth lead. In that Tundra supports are actually pretty poor, but if you compare it to the Falcon supports, they're actually like relatively rich for the game state. And it's just because Falcon supports farm better, right? Enchantress farms better, Nyx farms better. But
here for Dyrachyo. And yeah, with those items, it really is just that question. Even if they catch him alone and they kind of get the stuns that they do have, maybe into Rolling Thunder bounce, are they actually going to be able to kill him? Even over on the trees, they find BZM, but he's actually able to jump off in time before the trees cut. And he'll be able... Ooh.
First hit root.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Okay. Wait, how did he know exactly where he was as well? I guess just you're going to have that, that's the area you would...
Like, no one really wants to buy a Manta on Falcons. No one really wants to buy a BKB that well because they're also all... Everything kind of pierces BKB. So it's like Falcons doesn't really want to buy these defensive items, so going Orchid means you find the Nyx is dead. You find the Timber's dead. Troll might not get ult off. And so it's just a really... I think it's really smart, honestly, by 33 to go these items. Like, Orchid on the mark, he's just probably dead. I don't know, he's not looking at him, but...
Same time, Malorine's going to try and help fight back. BZM's got the Wukong's command turns. There's the crits. The jump force from Duracho comes in on towards Snaking. Falcons, they've got to start running. Duracho, he's ready to start chasing. He's in. They get the golem drop down. Skeeter, he'll get the ultimate off, but they're just going to be able to kite him out. And unfortunately for Skeeter, it's one of those moments where an underfarmed troll just looks completely useless. We've seen this many times in the past, right, Gunnar, where you're behind as a troll, you turn up, you press ult, and you have that moment where you just question why you ever wanted to play this hero.
Yeah, you kind of just sit there, you hit him 5 times, and you're like, I've dealt about 100 damage. My ult's half over. I have 1 health, because I can't be killed, at least. I get you to be alive, right? It feels good. You have those 5 seconds of invulnerability, but your base does not have those 5 seconds of invulnerability. So it's looking a bit rough for Falcons. I think, honestly, it's a lot on... I want to say the lanes and these kills in the early game. Like, the first 2 kills, first ones matter so much in Dota these days. A lot of the players are very similarly skilled in terms of laning. But
there you go.
Nice crit. You give a first blood to a team, especially 2 kills, right? Back to back, you give 2 kills to this offlane duo.
You sound like you're trying to make up excuses here for the safe lane. Well, this is Skeeter's excuse in terms of the safe lane outcome. He's like, crit, you fed them twice. He's just blaming crit.
No,
dead again. Well, this one's going to hurt for Falcons, right? Tundra turn up in game 2. They say, we're just going to first pick PA. What are you going to do about it? Oh, he's 8-0-9. Looks like they weren't able to do anything about it. It's a first pick PA. They couldn't counter it. They couldn't kill him, Gunnar, at all.
It also, it feels more bad because it's not... They picked a Mar Timbersaw. This hero in the past, I feel like you pick it versus PA and you're like, guys, gotta crush him in the lane. I'm chilling. He'll never kill me. I have so much armor. And it's a Nomar Timbersaw, right? What, one of the best timbers in the world, not the best?
Not, absolutely, if not the best, yeah.
His impact hasn't been that much, and I don't think it's really his fault.
No, he did it. He was farmed, right?
It's even hard to say that it's anyone in particular on Falcons like playing necessarily bad in this game, right? It just feels like they're all doing what they want to do, but Tundra's doing it better. They're bringing more heroes to these fights. They're showing up better. You could say you could point to a Mars or to Mars
against Falcons in this game too.
And now it also begs the question of how good is Phantom Assassin? Is this a thing that is this a Tundra?
Will they do this again? Is Tundra just going to be like next series?
Phantom Assassin.
Phantom Assassin
other teams going to start copying this too.
Now let's have a look. Duracho, he's going to find the backlines straight in. Malorine dead. He's ready to start cleaning up more here as they've got the setup with the Wukongs. Come on, crit's gone. Amar, he's going to be going down. They're going to tap out. 27 minutes in, GG is called. It's over. It's 2 games. Both of them going at Tundra. And indeed, Duracho, as I say in this game too, he doesn't die at all. They first pick him the PA because he was just, obviously and understandably, just absolutely feeling himself after that game 1, getting 2 rampages. He's like, let me do it again. And he does. And Falcons, they can't do anything about it, Gunnar.
Yeah, it was really impressive, honestly, from Tundra.